Greetings! I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. Well, a couple of episodes ago, we crashed the MBT into the alien planet in a ball of horrible fire. But we rose from the ashes and returned to the sky. So, in memorial of that, meet the Phoenix. I've done a little bit of an overhaul of the ship that brought us back up here, and I like it. What do you think? Thank you very much for the suggestion for the name, by the way. The Phoenix was perfect. Not only did it already kind of have a phoenix-y shape, I just had to add a little bit to it, but the idea of, the mythical phoenix returning from the ashes was, well, just very fitting. So there we go. What I want to do is build a new front end to the MBT, or I want to build a new MBT. I'm going to start using that terminology. The front end of what I've been calling the front end is the MBT, and this trailer is just a trailer. It's just been a little confusing. The naming of things. So there's the MBT and there's the trailer. So let's build a new MBT. We're going to need to start off with some merge blocks. So we'll make sure that I've got... Yeah, that looks right. Oh, yeah. And here's the other thing we need to do. And that is... I don't think I've ever showed off creative mode in my series. So what... Okay. Oh. Okay. I put that on sideways. Did I? Don't even know what I did. So now if we click that into place, hopefully we can then kind of tap that and it'll get there. Will it get there? Huh. Well, let's put some power on it, see if it does anything different. I swear I've done this before. I actually did this to make, to play with some designs for the modular tool thing. Yeah, the modular tool ship. Weird. Is it an ownership deal? Yes, it's an ownership deal. There we go. Alright. I didn't need this after all. I just needed to change the ownership. Alright, so now we've got ourselves the basis of which to build the front of the ship off of. And yeah, it's only connected by these merge blocks. That's good. And I think we'll do kind of the same thing we did before. But before I do that, I'm going to hit M. Come on. M. M, 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 N, M, 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 N, N, M, M, N, N, M, M, N, M, N, M. Why? Oh, wait. I have to have a block, don't I? Yes, I have to have a block. Okay. So with a block in hand, I hit M, and it creates this plane running through the whole ship, through the whole grid. If I click, it gets a little bit brighter. Now I'll hit M again, and it's going to give me several different other options for planes. And after going through all those options, it disappears. Now if I press N, it comes back. Okay, so we are now in mirror mode. Mirror mode takes a bit to figure out at first, but once you have it, man, oh man, does it save you time. I love mirror mode. So now anything I do on one side happens on the other, and it means that I can build very, very quickly and easily. And this is really why I wanted to build in creative mode this time around, because I want to play with a bunch of designs. Between that and being able to click and drag out, it was kind of a no-brainer. I can also, if I drag this direction and hold shift, I can get a whole plane of blocks, which is also very nice. By the way, that's another thing that you might not know. If you go into options, I believe it's in game building mode, there are 3 different modes, and I'm not exactly positive about this, but I believe that what this is by default, if you have this on single block, you have to hold down keys to get a line. If you have this on line, then just dragging creates a line, but you have to hold down keys to create a plane. Not positive of that, don't quote me, but that seems to be the way it works. So I like mine on line, so that when I drag, I get a line of blocks, and then if I want to get more than a line, I have to hold the shift key, and then I get a plane. If I use my right mouse button, I delete a line of blocks. If I hold the shift key, oh, and it does sometimes, there we go. If I hold the shift key while I do that, then I delete a plane of blocks. So in this case, I actually would like to have some windows here. So I'm going to kind of do this, and I'm thinking I'm going to do bigger windows than I did before. I'm going to have more windows. And I'm also going to... The MBT is going to be a little bit bigger than it was before. And it's going to have a little bit different design, but not completely different. We're going to have maintenance tunnels. Oh, and I see the new texture. Somebody was saying that there's a new texture, and I hadn't noticed because I haven't really been down there. But yeah, that's nice. All right. So let's go find... I want a mergeless tunnel. There we go. Maintenance cube. Mergeless maintenance cube. This is the one I want. So one of these sides is mergeless, which means it shouldn't be able to connect. There we go. So that can't connect there, but I can connect it here because it'll connect on the top. But when I disconnect, these 2 blocks will disconnect from each other. That's what I want. Alright, so my thought this time is I'm going to leave a maintenance level on the entire, like this level right here will be a maintenance area across the entire ship, so that I can actually do connections up into the ship, and then I can actually dock and that kind of thing. So I also want the front entrance to be, let's see, I think this is wide enough, but I'm not, I kind of want this width for the whole thing this time. So let's do this. And we might go narrower. Let's see. Yeah. But I also want to work on the bridge as well, because the bridge is still going to be underneath. There were certain things that I really liked about the old design and certain things that I didn't like about the old design. We're still going to do the pontoon thing. And we're still going to have Igor in this area. Though I might actually put him down in this maintenance area down here. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, these outrigger, nacelle, pontoon, whatever you call them, out here are still going to be a thing, because I actually liked that design. They're going to be bigger this time, though. Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to, instead of chatting at you the entire time I'm building, I'm just going to go ahead and do a bunch of building and come back and explain what I did. Well, there we go. Well, sort of there we go. We still have some work to do, but yeah, a lot got done. I ended up actually doing a live stream to celebrate. I hit 2,000 viewers, or subscribers, I should say, and I decided to celebrate it with a live stream, and what better thing to live stream than the rebuilding of the MBT Mark II. So I did most of that during a live stream, but anyway, it's pretty darn close to done. Let me give you a quick tour of what we have here. I've got 2 left and right facing hydrogen thrusters, as well as 2 rear facing, 2 forward facing, 2 up, and 6 pointing down for obvious reasons. I ended up going with a double stack of tires as opposed to the last MBT. That gives us some extra room for additional, what are these things called? Turrets. Yeah. And we went with, let's see. You can also see that we've got some atmospherics on here. They're only pointing downward right now. I will probably add more. I need to kind of figure out how this thing handles in the atmosphere first. And then inside, you can see that we placed the Phoenix. It is actually docked in with a pipe that runs out of the brand new Igor. Igor has his sorters, and I have not yet configured them, but they're there. Then we've got 2 large cargo containers here, and we have a catwalk that runs all the way around the outside of the hangar. There's then additional stairs coming down. We've got an airlock at both sides of the bridge. We kind of have a wide bridge this time. I can put all kinds of screens on the back and screens in the front, you know, the little corner LCDs like we did before. Still working on things. And then we've got another airtight cargo container. What was going through my head? I don't know. A ton of oxygen generators. Looks like we have a total of 24. Yeah, 12 on each side. And 2 nuclear reactors. The only reason I have 2 nuclear reactors is... Oh. I just realized I need to change those one more time. I've actually changed them a couple of times during the live stream. Because I wanted to make sure that I got... The connectors need to go up and down, but they need to go into... Let's see, that should do it. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right way up. So then now they actually connect through the oxygen generators into the large reactors and then up into... down into those turrets that were underneath and up into the connectors that are on the bottom of the hangar bay. We've got a nice wide window to come out and look at what's going on in the back. Out here, we have inside 3 on each side hydrogen tanks. So we have a total of 6 hydrogen tanks. A whopping 3 times as many as we did on the old one. And then I doubled up on the deep decoys. Anyway, we're getting closer, getting much closer to done with this. I've still got a little bit of shaping to do. I like that it still has that MBT look to it, but it's just bigger, beefier, and more all the way around. And that's just awesome. I put these here mainly as a place to dock things, because I don't really know what I'm going to want to dock in here, and eventually I will. But we've got a lot of extra room for a lot of other things. We can throw more hydrogen tanks in here if we need to. We can put in additional large cargo containers, whatever we want. There's plenty of room. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So I think the overall look and shape is about right. Need, like I said, a little more shaping back here. and then we will jump back into survival mode and project this thing and build it. And that'll be interesting. Got a few more things put into place, but there's still a few more things to go. For one thing, I just realized that I have absolutely no ions. What is this? I don't know what that is. Mirror mode can be a wonderful thing, and then sometimes it can do weird things, but it's okay. Yeah, so I need a few ions on, so let's do this. I was just thinking this would be a good spot. The other thing I realized I don't have any of is gyros. You know, those can be handy. More than handy, they're kind of necessary. Did that? Oh, I forgot to turn on mirror mode. Okay. N. Glad I noticed that early. I have done more than one creative mode build that I've done a whole bunch of work and then realized I had lost. Or I basically had to either redo it or whatnot. So that gives us 2 rear-facing ions. There we go. So up, down, left, right, forward, backward, we're good. All right, now gyros. We've got the new, so the maintenance tunnels kind of had to come out, and we needed to connect up some stuff here. And I guess the bug or whatever, maybe it's a feature, I don't know, but the issue before that we had many, many moons ago when we first installed these, the airlock tunnels are awesome, but they don't transfer items. So I had to move it. I originally had it a little bit further back, but we had to move it out here or else it wouldn't actually connect in. I couldn't connect to the trailer. But now we have the airlock, and we can walk all the way back to the trailer, and it does this, which is cool. So we have no oxygen back here? Why do we have no oxygen back here? It doesn't matter. Oh, because it's open. That's fine. That's not a problem. We're in creative mode. I just thought it was strange. So the tunnels actually have this vent that will keep them pressurized on their own, which is good. And then I went ahead and set up a sensor underneath that. And you still need to add sensors to all the rest of the airlocks, but I think we'll do that in survival mode. Right now, we need to find a spot for gyros, and I think there's a few good candidates. Have our gyros kind of along the back wall like this. You know, I actually prefer that over any other location. Jeez, you know what? Hang on. We're still going to be moving around here. I'm just going to make a hole. It's just easier. Yeah. And then these guys back here, we'll get rid of them. I don't think that we need that many. I think these are actually more than we had on the old ship, but this is a bigger ship. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. If we have to add a few in, we'll add a few in. I really liked the idea of having programmable blocks right here. So we have a programmable block here and the timer for it directly behind it. And then I was thinking we could kind of go every other one, and then we can still access the back. I don't know. And actually, for now, I think we only need a couple, so I'm not going to add any more. I was thinking about putting in some solar panels. So we had some on the old one, but not very many. If we kind of put them like this. Ooh, perfect fit. And it's almost like having a stripe down the side. I like that. Why didn't it add them here? Oh, yeah, there's an issue with mirroring solar panels, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on. Our lights on the front. I like to have things, yes. This is good. Yeah, apparently there's an issue with mirroring solar panels, but that's okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that looks good. Thought about putting some on the bottom. It wouldn't be helpful on planets. I'm not too worried about it. Wouldn't mind having some on the top. Oh, by the way, I put in an antenna because I had forgotten that. Because the whole point of the MBT is to be good for just about every situation, right? Okay. I think we're good. All right. That's a lot of solar. I wouldn't mind having solars that can be put on an angle, but I know that's not a thing. All right. I mean, you can do it with rotors, but I'm not doing that. Okay. We've got a whole lot of emissive strips to install, but I think we'll do that in survival as well. Lights. That's the other thing I need to do. Okay, let me run around and put in some lights. So I flew into the shadow of this asteroid, the sun's on the other side there, just to make sure that I knew that the lights I put in, were going to be enough. So this is how dark it would be without lights. Let's go turn them on. There we go. Look at that. That's actually pretty darn good, ain't it? Can see around and come down here. I've got lights up in the corners there, and nice and bright in engineering. And there you go. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to do in creative mode. Okay, now the rest. Oh well, except for disconnect. We need to disconnect. Okay. We've got to have two. Yeah, okay. Let me set up these buttons real quick. Here we go. So now this will work. We can close this, and since we're not even airtight in here anyway, should be able to release the merge blocks, and we should be a separate ship. Let's go take a look. Okay. Look at that. Rotation is good. It's not great. We'll use a few more. But I think we're doing well. Alright. Let's get out of here and take a blueprint. Why do we not have lights anymore? Oh gosh, are they still doing the whole leaving your lights behind when you demerge thing? Thought they had that fixed. Let's go see. Yep, there they are. All my corner lights. Just kind of floating around in space. Well, that's cool. Okay. So let's get this guy over in the sun where we can get a better screenshot for the blueprint. Oh, you know what else would be nice to have? It'd be kind of nice to have a gravity generator. Well, we'll find a spot for it later. All right. See you guys in survival mode. Thank you, Evil Igor. I appreciate that. All right, let's see if we can get this thing. Do I have a control panel anywhere? Can I reach that one? Yeah. All right. Projector. Blueprints. And this is the MBT Mark II. I think I've got Evil Igor set to not do projection construction for now. I want to make sure we have this lined up correctly. All right, there we go. That's nice and lined up. Let's get Igor doing his thing. Evil Igor, projection construction, I believe, because it's connected to those merge blocks there, he should see that as a connection and start it. Oh, I heard that. Must be the other side. Yep. All right. So now we wait a very long time. We could help, but that's funny. The projection has its thrusters on. Okay. Yeah. Now we wait. Well, I think this is a good time to end the episode. We've gotten a lot done, and there's just going to be a lot of waiting to be done. So I will come back next time when this thing is probably mostly completed, and because we still, like I say, we still have a lot of work to do. I'm just going to be doing the rest in creative or in survival mode. So hit that thumbs up button for the MBT Mark II. Isn't that amazing? I'm excited about that. I will see about... I think I'm actually going to wait on the blueprint. I'm going to get the rest of this thing configured, because right now nothing's configured, nothing's working properly, nothing's grouped, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I want to kind of clean that up. Once all that's done, in the next episode, I will actually put up a blueprint. Remind me. But I know you guys want that blueprint. So, as for this episode, we are done. And as always, I'll see you next time on Epic Tech. Oh, Evil Igor needs some upgrades. Lots of upgrades.